What's up, y'all? Another impromptu vid that I didn't plan on doing, but things keep coming up in the wrestling world. I'm probably gonna upload this one next week though. Uh, this is about Sanada from TNA, Sia Sanada, the Great Sanada, whatever you want to call him. It's a video about him and his departure from TNA. Before I start, Tyler Raines from Facebook actually has a YouTube channel. And I forgot to write it down. So when Courtney, send me the link and I'll post it on the description because it's really a hard name to memorize. It's not as easy as the Smart Busters or Taker Kid 17 to memorize. All right. Yeah. So Seiya Sanada from the Wrestle-1 promotion, Great Muda's promotion. Uh, he's Keiji Moto's protege, who's the Great Muda. He was like the top guy in Great Muda's promotion, Wrestle-1 over in Japan. And he handpicked Sanada to be like the future. Like he even wanted Sanada to be the champion of Wrestle-1. When I first saw Sanada, it was when I went to Lockdown. I went to Lockdown Live. And in the opener, he actually came out with the X Division title because he had apparently beaten Austin Aries the week before for the title in the Global Impact pay-per-view. Cage and Outbreak or something, where they just chopped a bunch of matches from Japan, put it on their commentary, and then they even put Lockdown's opener in the main event of that when they edited the show. Break into Global Impact, the pay-per-view, the one night only pay-per-view. This guy Sanada, he was the X Division champion. I first saw him, like I said, at Lockdown. He's a great athlete, great wrestler, great high jumper, strong style. TNA was right by giving him the X title because they would show packages for him, because he would have short matches. They were good matches, but they were short. It wouldn't be enough time to get over. And they would show these video packages with him saying he's gonna make Muda proud, make his country proud, and show America what he could do. He was the X champion. He was having all these great matches with these like X Division guys like Tigre Uno and Manic or Suicide at the time. Or maybe he was Manic. Austin Aries, great matches with all these guys. He was a good champion. And even though he didn't speak English, that's what they had the video packages for. And yeah, he was having these great matches. People in New York, like, they were cheering Sanada. They were chanting for him, and he's an international talent that isn't even known. So that's interesting. He's very good in the ring, man. And he's young, too. He's real young. Then one day in New York, he had a match. Like, after months of having good matches, he defended his title against Austin Aries. I was going for Sanada, and Austin Aries won the title. I think the belt means less whenever you give it to Aries because he's had it so many times. And he always tries to use it as a way to propel himself as a world title contender. But anyway, after Sanada lost the title, one thing I found interesting was he turned on the Great Muda and he joined James Storm. So James Storm did these vignettes where he was like sodomizing Sanada. It looks very gay. But then he turned him into the Great Sanada. And they main evented Bound for Glory against the Great Muda and Tajiri. And that was like the beginning of the Revolution group. I think Sanada was actually one of the best assets to the Revolution. He was like the first guy that Storm picked out and changed him. And he was still having good matches, man. As Sanada and the Great Sanada. I didn't like the Great Sanada. I thought it looked kind of retarded. He had face paint. It looked like a blueberry Pop-Tart or whatever. But the Revolution I thought was good. It took me a while to get used to them because it was a bunch of random characters together. But it's good. You had James Storm, the Great Sanada, Manic, the Monster Abyss, and now Koya. But now Sanada's out of the group because James Storm came out last week and said, Sanada, you guys failed me, but Sanada failed me too many times. You'll never see that piece of shit again. So when he said that, I thought, okay, maybe Sanada's gone, and it turns out he's gone. It's whatever. He was there from Wrestle-1 when the partnership happened with them and TNA. he signed a 1-year deal with TNA, and then he was going to go back to Wrestle-1. That was his plan, and that's what he was there for. He was there for a year. First half of his year, ex-champion. Second half, he was in the Revolution. He was there for 1 year. Like I said, I first saw him in March of last year at Lockdown. So he was there for 1 year, and he stayed for 1 year. So that's what he was supposed to be. He was only supposed to be there for a year. Then he was supposed to go back to Wrestle-1, which is good. I think Kai's the champion now, so maybe Sanada might face him for the title. Whether he goes to Wrestle-1 or the Indies or wherever, I hope he's happy. He had a good run for a guy like him in TNA. And yeah, Sanada's the man, bro. I prefer the original Sanada. I don't like the Great Sanada because that's kind of a ripoff, you know. But with the green mist and everything. But yeah, great wrestler, man. Wrestle-1, probably going to give him a hero's welcome. He's a great fit for Wrestle-1. That's what he is. His match at Case and Outbreak was very good, and I liked his match at Bound for Glory. And he's a household name in Japan, so there you go. Sanada, good luck in the future, man. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Also, for anybody who watches American Idol, I'm still boycotting it, but I love how that guy Quentin Alexander spoke his mind. Somebody posted this, but he spoke his mind and said, "My two friends are on the bottom. This sucks. This is whack." And then Harry Connick Jr., from what I saw in the video that somebody posted, he opens his fucking mouth and goes, "Well, this sucks. You gotta go out swinging, man. You just gotta go home, man. You want to go home? You ungrateful. You disrespectful." So then the guy comes from the back and stands up to him and says, hey, you fucking punk. I was only saying that them going home is whack because I love these two, especially Joey. And, you know, this is whack, nigga. So then here I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm talking about? That motherfucker smokes a fucking bag this thick of cannabis before he comes out. Harry Connick does, I swear. But anyway, that's off the subject. Yeah, it sucks that the guy's friend actually did go home, Joey Cook. She was unique looking. She was kind of hot, you know. But yeah, room tour next week. This video will be up next week, but I'll do the room tour if I can, and then I'm gonna do a video non-wrestling related. It's gonna be about Abby Lee Miller, from Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, from Dance Moms, from Studio Rex. Not wrestling related. But if you guys know who she is, or if you guys watch those shows, or you want to check them out, the video, then check it out, dog. You know. But yeah, Sanada's departed with TNA. You know, not too angry. He was only supposed to be there for a year. Like I said, he was there for a year, and it was a memorable year because I remember it, and he did some cool stuff. But he's gonna do even bigger things in Japan because I'm sure he's happy to be back home in Wrestle-1. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of 2015 in TNA. Talk to y'all later. Take it easy. God bless.